Bonjour, Kinamagi and Ireland and Dishnikas, and welcome to this overview of our Week 21 learning plan and announcements. We begin this premiere edition for calendar year 2023 by visiting our classroom stream page. Students have access to this page and are encouraged to contact me if they need anything such as login information. They can click right here and it'll email me at sagchipschool.net. There's also a Google Voice number for more pressing issues. Parents are welcome to use that as well. Or if you are contacting me, include your name and the student's name so I know who I'm talking to. And please be aware that there are some topics that are better handled via a phone conversation. We do have today's newsletter, which will be going home with your students today. And then some older information like the current week's Week at a Glance, newsletter from last week, January's lunch menu. We have a school calendar, some remind pages, and a links to some school resources. And I want to take a moment just to jump there as a reminder. Our school website, sagchipschool.net, it's really more the education department's website. But under the live feed, if there happen to be cancellations or delays, and fortunately there hasn't been a lot of that this winter, but we're not there yet. It's not May. It could still snow to June, July, one of those. And if you look here, you will find that information. In addition, you could obviously see information from Deb Smith relating to some of our local schools where siblings may be enrolled, and their sports calendars and other information that is relevant to our community's educational growth. In addition, if you go all the way to the top and you click menu, teachers pages, you'll be able to find mine, where you would be able to click right there in the 5th grade. And what you find there is a copy of our weekly learning plan. There is notations for cancel or for days off. Sometimes you might see a cancellation posted here as well. Obviously, it's not the quickest one to get to, so I wouldn't use this as their school day resource. But we do have a note about Wednesday's upcoming PD day and no school on Monday. We'll mention that here in a moment. But you can also get to this learning plan. Specific things in the classroom won't be posted here, but if you get the newsletter and these videos, you'll get that information. This is a public website, so I do self-limit a little bit of what I post here. So let's begin by looking at today's newsletter. Just a reminder, there's a fair number of our students that are getting really good at showing responsibility and completing the short homework assignments on Tuesday and Thursday. There are some of us that we still have room to grow. Do me a favor, check in with your students on Tuesday and Thursday. Did they do their homework? It's not designed to be a long, tedious assignment, but just enough to kind of give them a little practice on a particular skill, but also the opportunity to develop that work ethic and responsibility that they're going to need next school year when they get to middle school. Also, tomorrow is Friday. We will be visiting 7th Generation for cultural instruction. The program is being planned by 7th Gen, so I don't have all of the details quite yet. I'm going to learn them when we get there as well. But that's where we'll be headed. Tomorrow is also Popcorn Friday. Students are allowed to buy up to 4 bags at 50 cents each of fresh popped corn done by Miss Gidget right here at the school. Tomorrow also marks the end of the 2nd quarter. We are halfway through the school year. Yeah, that's shocking to me as well. Feels like we just got started and still so far to go. So we will be doing report cards. There are no formal conferences scheduled as of press time. But if you would like to have a conference once grades are in, or once you have your report card, I'm more than happy to do that with you. I can do it via Zoom, phone, or even in person upon request. If this is something that's of interest to you, please email me at mireland@sagchip.org, and I would be more than happy to set that up with you. The earliest I would be available to do these conferences would probably be the end of next week, as grades are going to be done and report cards are being constructed. And I want to make sure that I have all of the pieces of information that would make it a worthy conference. If you have shorter term questions, you're always welcome to reach out to me. And in fact, encouraged to do so. Some schedule notes. This will be a 3-day weekend. There's no school on Monday, January 16th, in honor of Martin Luther King Jr. Day. And then Wednesday will be a half day. It's a professional development day here at the Academy. Classes will dismiss at noon and lunch will be served. Students who ride the bus to the gym after school are welcome to be picked up right at noon. And you can see what we're learning this week, including patterns to solve math problems, language arts as a unit on social emotional learning. Social studies, we're continuing on colonization, but starting to get into the more established New England, middle, and southern colonies. And you can see our language this week that is produced from the main resource being the Ojibwe People's Dictionary. And finally, our week at a glance, you can see that there's no school on Monday, as just mentioned. Going through, we are now studying in science the solar system, continuing on colonization here in social studies. Pretty basic work. Should be a great week. I look forward to the beginning of the third quarter as we go down the back stretch of the school year and getting students ready for middle school. Well, I hope everyone enjoys their 3-day weekend. Minwa, Mama P.